So, something came up in my head just now about white lies or withholding information or just not telling everything to the narcissist. If you feel someone is going to use it against you, or even if they're not narcissists, if they just have certain traits, like I'm referring to this guy I'm going to see, and it may be in joke even if he uses it against me, you know what I mean? Any of my personal habits, any things that I do, this video channel, you know, because in all actuality, it's none of his business, you know what I mean? But I guess me as someone who wants to be transparent, or who I tend to tell a lot of things, I tend to volunteer a lot of information, and then it gets used against me. Sometimes it's in my own detriment. So I thought about that. And also I thought about exuding a behavior of a codependent, like when you get into talking on the phone and then you keep calling on the daily, like you can't go a day without calling. It's just a routine. I don't feel that way anymore. I don't need to call this person all the time. So I think that's a good thing, to kind of keep him, because I think his method is to get me to wanting to call him all the time, and then I become dependent, and then he backs off. So knowing that I don't need him because I'm just there because I want to be there, you know what I mean? I think it could be applied to any relationship, because I mean, whether someone's narcissistic or not, it's just, you know, the dynamic of a relationship is important. So I thought I would talk about that, or at least just mention it, because it's important to not get back into certain patterns or situations, since I have grown, or since anyone has grown, since growth has been established, to not get yourself back into certain patterns. And I don't feel any dependency. I feel I'm just going on with my day, and that's that. Because the decision I had made is that, you know, if said thing doesn't work, said relationship, I still kind of have more of a direction of where I'm going, you know. So I think at least in that aspect, it's a good thing. And then I could be in a relationship with this person, unless he really freaks out that I'm not giving enough attention, so then, you know, just leave. You know what I mean? There's always the option to leave. That's the thing that I have to be clear about, that, you know, I don't have to give him all this attention because it's too much, and he needs to get on with his life, and me too, and we need to enjoy our things together, but not in an unhealthy way, if that makes sense. My life keeps going on, and his life keeps going on. Maybe I'll elaborate on that another time, but that's kind of what I had in my head, and it's kind of what I want to tell myself. Yeah. And just basically let him come to me, and if he's not satisfied with that, you know, if I end up going to Chicago and I do my own thing, and he's not satisfied with that, well then, you know, we'll part ways there. That's the mentality that I think is healthy. You know, I don't have to like stop something because he said not to do it, you know. Even if it involves, you know, seeing people that he doesn't want me to see or whatever. I'm going through to different, you know, territory, but you know what? We're not married, and we're not together. You know, we're talking about it. So if I'm scouting something else, that's my prerogative also, that I have to keep in my head. So, and but I don't have any intention of doing that. But if someone happens to be around, I don't have to act on it. You know what I mean? But if said person gets jealous or whatever, it's not my problem, because we're not in a committed relationship. Does that make sense? I have to tell myself that you know, I'm not doing something because someone doesn't want me to do it, and no, I don't. There's no ring on my finger, and that's your issue. So yeah, I'll end it there.